Part 2. Verdant Wind. Blue Sea Moon. The city without light. Immediately following Edelgard's defeat, the Alliance army discovers the existence of another adversary, a group operating behind the scenes within the Empire. Claude suspects that if the true enemy is left unchecked, disaster will befall Fodlan, and so he cuts short the celebration and the troops head for Shambhala, where this foe resides.
I just don't get it.
What is it, Claude?
Those javelins of light. They were trying to use it to kill us at Fort Mercius, right? But then why not drop it on Garreg Mach? They must have known for a while that we were here.
It is not that they chose to refrain, but rather that they were unable to do so.
Rhea, how are you feeling?
I am well enough. I cannot afford to rest while Fodlan is in danger.
What do you mean when you say they couldn't drop a javelin of light here?
Once, a very long time ago, a massive ball of light fell upon this monastery. However, that light mysteriously changed course in mid-air and landed in Aelel instead.
Aelel, the Valley of Torment. So that's what the wreckage of those javelins of light looks like.
The Holy Tomb is not only the location of the progenitor god's eternal slumber, but also a sacred vessel for a power that repels evil. Supposedly, the progenitor god built the Holy Tomb herself to protect her children from the evil light.
So the children of the goddess gathered in Xanadu because of its proximity to the monastery? But we've fought at distant locations many times.
Despite that, the javelins of light only fell on Fort Mercius.
In his letter, Hubert said that he detected their magic when the fort fell. In other words, because they used a javelin of light, Hubert was able to pinpoint the location of their base.
So they didn't use it before then because they didn't want us to know where their base is?
In any case, those javelins of light must be something they can't just use whenever they want. And they finally decided to use one at Mercius, where they were sure they'd be able to finish us off. It's only thanks to the whims of the Death Knight that we escaped with our lives. And no javelins of light have fallen since then.
It's possible that the enemy hasn't yet realized that we've learned the location of their base.
If so, their guard may be down, which makes this the perfect time for a surprise attack.
I will accompany you.
What? No! That would be far too dangerous. Your long confinement weakened you greatly, did it not?
Those people have opposed us since ancient times. I wish to learn the truth about them for myself.
I understand. I will not stop you, but please take care not to overexert yourself.
We don't know exactly what we're up against here, but having you around is very reassuring, Rhea. Let's prepare to strike at Shambhala before they make their next move.
Shambhala, it was called, right? Scary that it's so close to the House Gonril territories. Who'd have thought all those creeps were living right under my nose? I was hoping my big brother would help us in this next battle. But he says that I can represent House Gonril without his help. that I have it in me. I'm glad he recognizes that I have some ability. Still, I wish he wasn't leaving it all to me. Excuse me, could you do me a favor? I'm glad.
Professor!
Hey! Hello there. Return soon, please.
Oh, thanks so much. You're a sweetheart.
Wake up, eat, train, eat, sleep. We gotta prepare for the assault, but that hasn't changed my routine. All that training and eating I do is for the sake of Fodlan. Gotta stay strong and fed to keep it safe.
How's this? We saved Rhea and the Empire has crumbled. The kingdom may as well be finished too. The reasons for me to remain in Fodlan are fading. Of course, I've come this far. May as well see it through to the end.
You've done it. You did it. You crushed the Empire and rescued Lady Rhea. I'm sure the Captain is proud of you right now. As am I, of course. I'm as proud as if I'd done it myself. Sorry, I didn't mean to overdo it. We still have to deal with Monica's group. Those who killed the Captain. We'll knock them down so hard that they can't get back up.
Count Burgles, the Minister of Military Affairs, was applying pressure in the west, but he surrendered after the Empire fell. Cornelia of the Fargus Dukedom seems to have disappeared from the palace, and rather swiftly. They must have realized that the revival of the Old Kingdom was a real threat.
A mysterious power threatening the very future of Fodlan? Certainly we cannot give it leeway. In comparison to this, the internal power struggles in the Alliance are utterly trivial. There is simply no option but victory. The alternative is unthinkable. Perhaps I will have the opportunity to strike the decisive blow on the enemy commander. Oh, that would secure my place in history for certain.
I see.
We won against the Imperial Army. I still can't believe it. But I guess we still have some enemies left. I'm not well informed, but I have plenty of fighting spirit.
We crushed the Empire at long last. But there's no time to bask in our victory. We must prepare for the coming battle. We knew there was a secret group behind the Imperial Army all this time. Now we have a chance to make the first move against them. We have Hubert to thank for that. It's also thanks to him that we were able to rescue Rhea. I still have plenty of questions I'd like to ask her. Sadly, I agree. After we return from the next battle, we'll ask her all of our burning questions. Rhea's the only one who gets a break, though. Everyone else had better start preparing for battle.
How about...
I have a thought.
I thought the war would end with Edelgard's defeat, but that wasn't the case. This may be premature, but I'm feeling a little relieved. I have to consider what I'll do with myself, and where I'll go when this war is finally over. I don't have an answer yet. Let's make sure the next battle puts an end to this war. That way, we can all move forward.
Okay. Hey, maybe the folks we're fighting next aren't normal humans, are they? It's that group who caused the Javelin of Light to fall, right? It just doesn't seem like something a human is capable of. I'm not prone to flinching, but I don't feel great about any of this.
Right.
Right. True. These are Monica's people, aren't they? The ones who killed Captain Geralt. Then this is my real opportunity for revenge. There's no way I can back down from this one. No, I'm okay. Actually, I'm eager to get out there and fight. This is what I've been training for. Hi there! Those who slither in the dark. It seems we'll finally discover their true form. I get the sense that they're in league with the mages who experimented on me as a child. I wouldn't be surprised if Edelgard was subjected to them too. There's no telling what their true motives are. But whatever their motives, what they have done is unforgivable. They must be exterminated.
Our next opponent is an ally of Solon. Do you remember what Solon called us? That's right. He called us beasts. Meanwhile, he refers to himself as the Savior. Who exactly is he saving?
That Rhea is unharmed. My brother continues to worry about her, however. Of course, I am worried myself. I cannot imagine being in that situation while in such a state. She should just leave things to you and Claude and get the rest she needs.
Professor.
Wow. We rescued Lady Rhea. I can hardly express my joy. But now we know about a new foe who intends to bring her harm. In time, we'll realize the peaceful world that Lady Rhea has always hoped for. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm fighting.
Could I trouble Professor?
Whoa! Lady Rhea's back! Lady Rhea's back! I'm so happy! But things aren't gonna be like they used to be anytime soon, are they? There's still folks out there that want us all dead, and Lady Rhea still hasn't regained her strength yet. Speaking of which, Professor, please don't ask too much of her right now, okay?
Rhea is sleeping right now. If it is not absolutely urgent, please do not disturb her rest. The long confinement took its toll on her health. Truthfully, she is in no shape to be exerting herself at all, to say nothing of a military expedition. To make matters worse, we are now facing a very old enemy. One that has conspired against us since time out of mind. Please proceed with caution. I have a bad feeling.
This food is a revelation. I can't help but smile when I eat it.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
The flavor is nostalgic to me for some reason. I'd like some more.
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive me, I've just got to indulge.
I did not expect much from the dining hall, but this does not disappoint.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
This is so good. Can I have seconds?
We may not have a lot more chances to eat together like this. But don't go getting all sentimental on me, got it?
No morbid talk allowed while we're eating, Balti. You hear me? None of us are dying anytime soon.
There's really no better place for my midday nap than under the shade of a nice big tree. The twittering of the little birds. It's like they're singing a lullaby just for me. Ah! Is that a dagger? Am I being ambushed?
Claude, why are you lazing about? You should be training.
Shamir! Was this your doing? Talk about unfriendly. Another inch and you would have sliced my handsome nose clean off my roguishly beautiful face.
But I didn't. Fortunately for you.
You know, if you wanted to give me a talking to, you could have done so with your words instead. That's how most people do the talking thing.
Conversation was not my intention.
Well, what then? A prank? That's not better. I thought we were under attack. I could have died from the shock.
Look closely at the dagger.
Is that... right. There's a poor spider impaled on it.
A poisonous spider. The tiniest bite from which can cause fever, headache, and relentless vomiting. Or worse.
Yikes. I guess this little guy is more vicious than he looks.
I noticed it descending towards your face.
Ah, so you saved me from a certain doom. Well, in that case, I'm sorry for questioning your motives. I promise to repay the favor someday.
I'll keep that in mind.
Excuse me, Shamir?
What is it? Do you need something?
Yes. I was curious about the world beyond Fodlan.
Oh.
You came from somewhere outside Fodlan, right? I'm curious about your homeland, what kind of place it was. And I thought you might...
I will not.
Sorry?
There's no point in me telling you about it.
I see. All right, then.
Wait. You misunderstand. Hearing me tell stories about the things I've seen? What good is that? That's just my experience. If you want to know about the world, you need to experience it for yourself. Is what I meant to say.
Oh, that's what it was. That's good.
How so?
I thought maybe you didn't like me.
Is that what you think? In your experience, do I seem to dislike you? If you can't determine something as simple as that, then you would gain nothing from the outside world.
Oh, I don't actually know. I'm not very good at reading people, I guess.
Ask me. I'm right here.
I'm not that brave. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. I'll be going now.
Not brave enough to ask a simple question. Or does he just not care?
Hey Shamir, how do you think I'm doing with my bow lately? Think I'm getting pretty good? I hit closer to the bullseye today, and that felt real good.
You were fine.
Fine? That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Shamir.
You take too many direct shots, though.
But it's easier if you shoot straight.
Of course it is. But if you can hit your enemy with a straight shot, you're too close. Tell me, Cyril, what's an archer's greatest weakness?
When we get too close to the enemy and we can't shoot the way we're supposed to?
Exactly. As an archer, your position is critical. Know exactly how far the enemy is and keep a minimum safe distance. Understood?
You mean to stay away from the enemies, but not too far away or my arrows can't hit them.
So you understand why you can't rely on straight shots. You have to use curved shots as well. Never run up to your target. Hit them from a safe range.
Shoot them from a safe range with curved shots.
Archers should always control the battlefield.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I'm gonna go practice some of those curved shots right now.
You're not a bad student. If nothing else, you have the right attitude.
You think so?
Keep it up.
I will.